Cha Vishnu Bhati Paridevi Satyavatai Namo Namaha. Vrindayai Tulsi Devyai Priyayai Keshavasha Cha Vishnu Bhati Paridevi Satyavatai Namo Namaha. Vrindayai Tulsi Devyai Priyayai Keshavasha Cha Vishnu Bhati Paridevi Satyavatai Namo Namaha. Tulsi Maharani ki jai.
Now I offer my respectful obeisances to all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord, who are just desire priests, able to fulfill the desires of every Buddha, and have full compassion for all the conditional souls. I will. That's why I never give class. First of all, I don't speak English. Second of all, when I read everything wrong. So I think.
No, you don't.
Yeah, because they reach the correct all the time when I'm reading.
Oh, that's good. You like to get it perfect, right?
Well,
I like to make it a little bit of an angle. Not taller, but yeah, there you go. I got it. I guess there's a few people online. Oh, I'm allergic to roses, sorry. I'm still recovering from yesterday. From roses. Okay. All right, cartels, please. Small. Or, medium small. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vinda.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Prabhu Nityananda
Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paripajikacharya Asasata Shri Sriman His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paripajikacharya Asasata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Anantakoti Vaishnavinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shamakunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Yamuna Devi Ki Ganga Devi Ki Bhakti Devi Ki Tulsi Devi Ki Vrindavan Dham Ki Mayapur Ki Sankirtan Yagya Ki Gaur Premanandi. All glories to some of the devotees, all glories to some of the devotees, all glories to some of the devotees, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Staya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitya Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvaki Charne Navasesha Shunyavadi Paschayadesha. Om Jnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Okay, so we are reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 19. We're at the end of chapter 19, entitled Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructs Srila Rupa Goswami. And this chapter in particular, it forms a great basis of Rupa Goswami's Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, or Nectar of Devotion. So after hearing this from Lord Chaitanya, and then being instructed by Lord Chaitanya to compile books, Rupa Goswami, he researched and elaborated on these teachings of Lord Chaitanya and elaborated to write the Nectar of Devotion, or Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So what happened was, when Lord Chaitanya, he was traveling to Vrindavan, and he went through the Jarikhanda forest and all that. And then at that time, Rupa Goswami left home, and he sent news to Sanatan that he was leaving with Anupan, his younger brother. They were going to meet Lord Chaitanya. So finally, Rupa Goswami reached Prayag, and that's where he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu instructed him for 10 days. And so this is like a very, very important chapter, because the Nectar of Devotion is a very, very important book. And so this is forms the basis. So now, what's happening towards the end of these 10 days of being together, the Lord is explaining about the different rasas, and explaining like each one of the 5 primary rasas, especially. And so this is what we are hearing. Right now we are up to hearing about the Shanta Ras, because Lord Chaitanya explains what a rare thing it is and how valuable to receive the seed of devotional service. So if one receives that, he should take care of it by becoming a gardener and sowing the seed in his heart, and then watering that seed. Look, and how does one water that seed? He waters it by hearing and chanting, Shravana Kirtana, and then the seed sprouts and gradually reaches the Bhakti Lata. It gradually grows where it penetrates the walls of the universe and goes beyond the Viraja river, the river which separates the material from the spiritual world. And there he is able to, eventually that seed will reach Goloka Vrindavan. Okay, so now we'll go on to text 214. Krishna Vina Trishna Tyaga Tara Karya Mani Ateva Shanta Krishna Bhakta Eka Jani. Giving up all desires not connected with Krishna is the business of one who is in Shanta Rasa. Only a devotee of Krishna can be situated on that platform. He is thus called a Shanta Rasa Bhakta. So the word Sama or Shanta indicates that one is attached to the lotus feet of Krishna. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. In this position, one is freed from all material enjoyment. When one is not agitated or disturbed, he can immediately realize his relationship with Krishna. A Shanta Rasa devotee is therefore always fixed in always fixed in realization. This instruction was given by the Lord himself to Uddhava. The beginning of pure devotional service is called Anyapilashita Shunya. When one is situated on the platform of neutrality, he is freed from the material platform and fully situated in spiritual life. The word Dhamma used in verse 213, the previous verse, means indriya samyama, curbing one's senses. The word Dhamma can also mean curbing one's enemies. A king has to take steps to curb the criminal activities of his citizens. Great Rajarshis, devotee kings, used to control undesirable elements in their states, and this also may be called Dhamma. However, Dhamma here refers to the conditioned soul who must control his senses. Real Dhamma means controlling the undesirable activities of the senses. Jai. So that's very important. And the beginning, we see that the verse is stating, so in the Shantaras, one gives up all desires not connected with Krishna. So that certainly requires an endeavor to do that, to bring the mind back away from the distractions that are present within this world, and to always, be conscientious of taking advantage of doing that, of avoiding anything not connected with Krishna. Okay, text 215. Swara moksha Krishna bhakta naraka karimane Krishna nishta Krishna tyaga santira duga gune. When a devotee is situated on the platform of Shantarasa, he desires neither elevation to the heavenly planets nor liberation. These are the results of karma and jnana, and the devotee considers them no better than hell. A person situated on the Shantarasa platform manifests the two transcendental qualities of detachment from all material desires and full attachment to Krishna. We see here it's saying that that even Shantarasa, he desires not elevation to heavenly planets nor liberation. You know, we used to say, happy birthday to you, and may you never take birth again. So this is desiring liberation, but a devotee doesn't care. Yeah, maybe it's, I just heard it, maybe it's here, how he doesn't care where he is, just so that he can serve Krishna, because serving Krishna, that's like Vaikuntha, that's the spiritual world, no matter what position Krishna wants one to be in. So desiring liberation is actually material desire, freedom from all suffering. Okay, now we have a Sanskrit verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto. Narayana parasarve nakutaschana bivyati svarga pavarga narekshu apitu yartadarshinaha. A person who is devoted to the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayan is not afraid of anything. Oh, here's the verse. Elevation to the heavenly kingdom, condemnation to hell, and liberation from material bondage all appear the same to a devotee. So that's the verse. Purport. This verse is quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam 6:17-28. Elevation to the heavenly planets, liberation from material bondage, and condemnation to hell are all equal to the devotee. The devotee's only desire is to be attached to the lotus feet of Krishna and to engage in his transcendental loving service. So, what an extremely elevated position that is, to not even care if one is condemned to hell, because naturally we don't want to suffer, and we're always, and we even, we want liberation from material bondage and from all of the trappings of material bondage. But here, we see what an exalted position this is, to only desire to engage in the service of the Lord. So, Idu guna vyape sabha bhakta jane, akatera shabda guna yena bhuta gane. These two qualities of the Shanta stage spread through the lives of all devotees. They are like the quality of sound in the sky. Sound vibration is found in all material elements. Purport. The two qualities of Shanta Rasa mentioned in verse 215 are present in all kinds of devotees, whether they are in Dasya Rasa, Sakya Rasa, Vatsalya Rasa, or Madhurya Rasa. The example of sound is given herein. Sound not only exists in the sky or ether, but it is also present in air, fire, water, and earth. This is a scientific explanation of devotional service. Just as sound is present in all material elements, the qualities found in Shantaras are present in all devotees, whether they are on the platform of Dasya Rasa, Sakya Rasa, Vatsalya Rasa, or Madhurya Rasa. So it's explaining now how, just like the material elements, also like how each one of the rasas, it includes the qualities of the previous one plus an extra one. So each one does. So Dasya, we see that these Shanta, this is present in all of the rasas. And so the main thing is, again, that he's not at all attached to any kind of liberation, and that only attached to full attachment to the Lord and detachment from all material desires. So those are present in whatever rasa. All right, 218. Shantera Svabhava Krishna Mamata Gandahina Parama Brahma Paramatma Jana Pavina. Is the nature of Shanta Rasa that not even the smallest intimacy exists. Rather, knowledge of impersonal Brahman and localized Paramatma is prominent. Purport. Because of an impersonal impression of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, a devotee in the Shanta Rasa relationship worships the impersonal Brahman or localized aspect of the Absolute Truth, Paramatma. He does not develop a personal relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Whoa. So that's, I was under the impression that that Shanta Rasa, like in the spiritual world, the non-personal forms, I thought that was Shanta Rasa too, like to be an ornament for the Lord, or a flower for the Lord, and a fruit, I guess the main thing is that those things are offered by a devotee, all of them. But it says not even the slightest tinge, even the smallest intimacy exists. So you think, wow, how can one continue without the smallest intimacy? But because of the impersonal, we see though, like there is in the second canto, meditation on the Paramatma in the heart. You know how it is a form of meditation, and it's not intimate. There's some kind of distance there, but it is a bona fide kind of relationship, this kind of meditation, but it's not personal relationship, as we will be hearing of more and more of the rasas. Okay. Kevala Swarupa Jnana Haya Shantarase Purana Ishwarasya Prabhu Jana Adhikayadas. Yea, on the platform of Shantarasa, one realizes only his constitutional position. When one is raised to the platform of Dasya Rasa, he better understands the full opulence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, now we're going on to the Dasya Rasa. Ishvara Jnana Sambrama Gaurava Prachora Sevakari Krishna Sukha Dene Nirantara. On the Dasya Rasa platform, knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is revealed with awe and veneration. By rendering service unto Lord Krishna, the devotee in Dasya Rasa gives constant happiness to the Lord. Shantera Guna Dasya Ache Adika Sevana Ateva Dasya Rasira Edui Guna. The qualities of Shanta Rasa are also present in Dasya Rasa, but service is added. Thus, the Dasa Rasya platform contains the qualities of both Shanta Rasa and Dasya Rasa. Shantira Guna Dasyara Sevana. Shantira Guna Dasyara Sevana Sakya Duhaya. Dasyara Shambrana Gaurava Seva Sakya Vishaya Maya. It's a different meter. The qualities of Shanta Rasa and the service of Dasya Rasa are both pleasant on the platform of Sakya Rasa. On the platform of fraternity, the qualities of Dasya Rasa are mixed with the confidence of fraternity instead of awe and veneration. Kande chade kande chandaya kora krida rana. Krishna seva Krishna karaya apana sevana. On the Sakya Rasa platform, the devotee sometimes offers the Lord's service and sometimes makes Krishna serve him in exchange. In their mock fighting, the cowherd boys would sometimes climb on Krishna's shoulders, and sometimes they would make Krishna climb on their shoulders. So we see here now this great introduction of this more intimacy. You know, Dasya is still kind of awe and veneration, but Sakya, where they are considered like equals, Krishna and his friends. Vishvambara Pradana Sakha Gunera Sambranahina Ateva Sakyara Seratina Guna China. Awe and veneration are absent on the platform of fraternity, since this rasa is predominated by service imbued with confidence. Therefore, Sakya rasa is characterized by the qualities of three rasas. Okay, then here's another. Mamata adhikara Krishna atma samad jnana ateva sakya rasera rasa Vasa Bhagavan. On the platform of Sakya Rasa, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna is controlled by the devotees who are intimate with him and think themselves equal to him. And so this is that kind of confidence that it's speaking about, confidence. So they feel like they are equal with Krishna. They feel completely comfortable expressing themselves and even like bossing Krishna around, and we see that Rupa Goswami in the Nectar of Devotion, he has given examples of all of these qualities that we're hearing about. He gives many examples of them. How the cowherd boys will chide Krishna, say, what kind of big man are you? And kind of criticize him. Vatsalye shantira guna dasyara sevana sevanera ihanama palana. On the platform of paternal love, the qualities of Shantaras, Dasyaras, and Sakyaras are transformed into a form of service called maintenance. Interesting, maintenance. Sakyara guna ashaktora agora vasara mamatike tandana barchana vyavahara. The essence of fraternal love is intimacy devoid of the formality and veneration found in Dasya Rasa. Due to a greater sense of intimacy, the devotee functioning in parental love chastises and rebukes the Lord in an ordinary way. So one thing that, I just heard the story of Sudama, a Brahmin, in our evening reading. And when Sudama Brahmin came, Rukmini Devi was like, who is this person? He's all kind of dirty from walking for several days and covered in dust, and his clothes were ripped and old and niggardly. And then when she saw Krishna embracing him, everyone was shocked, because you know what? In Dwarka, Krishna only embraces one person in public. He only embraces Balaram, no one else, and Rukmini in private. But imagine in Vrindavan, Krishna is always embracing everyone. He's embracing his cows, and he's embracing his friends and his parents, and what to speak of the gopis. So he's always embracing. So such a diametrically opposed, like opposite mood of that kind of very, like they're talking about this confidence, of the friendship that they can be like that with Krishna. It's an extremely rare thing on the platform of love of God, and very rare. So, Apanare palaka jnana Krishna pala jnana Chariguna vatsalya rasa amrita samana. On the platform of parental love, the devotee considers himself the Lord's maintainer. Thus the Lord is the object of maintenance like a son, and therefore this mellow is full of the qualities of four rasas: Shantarasa, Dasyarasa, fraternity, and parental love. This is more transcendental nectar. Okay, a rather little bit long purport. In his Amrita Prabhava Bhasya, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives us a short summary of this complicated description of the different rasas. He states that by becoming firmly fixed in the Lord's service, one is devoid of all material desires. These are the two transcendental qualities on the Shanta Rasa platform. Okay, then it's comparing it now to the material elements. Just as sound vibration is found in all the material elements, these two qualities of Shanta Rasa are spread throughout all the other transcendental mellows, which are known as Dasya Rasa, Sakya Rasa, Vatsalya Rasa, and Madhurya Rasa. Although in Shanta Rasa there is attachment for Krishna in awe and veneration, since the two valuable transcendental qualities of this rasa are attachment for Krishna and detachment from material desires, nonetheless the sense of intimacy is lacking. The reason for this is that in Shanta Rasa, attachment for impersonal Brahman and localized Paramatma is prominent. So here it's reiterating that point. And in other words, the sense of intimacy by which one thinks of Krishna as one's only shelter and friend is absent in Shanta Rasa because one accepts Krishna as the impersonal Param Brahma or localized Paramatma. This understanding is based on the speculative knowledge of the Jnani. However, when this knowledge is further developed, one is convinced that the Paramatma, the Supreme Lord, is the Master and that the living entity is his eternal servant. One then attains the platform of Dasya Rasa. In Dasya Rasa, the Lord is accepted with awe and veneration. Thus, the active service that is absent in Shanta Rasa becomes prominent in Dasya Rasa. In other words, in Dasya Rasa, the qualities of Shanta Rasa are present, and service also becomes predominantly visible. So we see there's a lot of repetition here to, solidify it in our consciousness, understanding the distinctions between the 5 different rasas. Similarly, when this same rasa is developed into fraternity, which is Sakya Rasa, a friendly intimacy is added. There is no awe or veneration in Sakya Rasa. Therefore, Sakya Rasa is invested with the qualities of 3 rasas, Shanta, Dasya, and Sakya. Similarly, on the platform of paternal love, the qualities of Shanta Rasa, Dasya Rasa, and Sakya Rasa are fully developed in another form, the sense of maintaining the Lord. Therefore, on the platform of paternal love, there exists a combination of the qualities of 4 transcendental mellows, Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, and parenthood. The mellow of parenthood puts the devotee in the position of a maintainer. Indeed, without formality, the devotee takes the position of maintainer and regards the Lord as the object of maintenance. Thus, on the platform of paternal love, the qualities of 4 transcendental mellows of love of Krishna are present. Jai. So we still are not up to the Madhurya. So it's coming soon. All right then. Say Amritananda Bhakta Ashta Saka Duberapana Krishna Bhakta Vatsaguna Kahe Aishvarya Janigana. The exchange of spiritual happiness between Krishna and his devotee, in which Krishna is controlled by his devotee, is compared to an ocean of nectar into which the devotee and Krishna plunge. This is the verdict of learned scholars who appreciate Krishna's opulence. Whoa, so there is an invitation, the exchange of spiritual happiness between Krishna and his devotee, in which Krishna is controlled by his devotee, is compared to an ocean of nectar into which the devotee and Krishna plunge. So, like it's such an amazing thing to actually give the Supreme Lord pleasure. The Lord is as much as the devotee is experiencing spiritual happiness in this exchange. So it is an exchange, and then Krishna also is plunged into that ocean. Okay, now this is from the Sri Damodar Ashtakam, which is in the Padma Purana. Iti Driksa Lilai Ananda Kunde Swagosham Nimajantam Akyapayantam Tadiyeshita Geshu Bhaktayar Jitatvam Puna Prema Tastam Shatavriti Bande. Again, let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. O my Lord, I offer my obeisances hundreds and thousands of times with all affection, because by your personal pastimes you plunge the gopis into an ocean of nectar. Appreciating your opulence, devotees generally declare that you are always subjugated by their feelings. How do you like that? A very different translation than what we are accustomed to, but see the variegatedness. But it's primarily showing the point of the plunging into the ocean of nectar that the devotee experiences. Madhura Rase Krishna Nishta Seva Atishaya Sakyara Asang Kochali Lalana Mama Drika Haya. On the platform of conjugal love, attachment for Krishna, rendering service unto him, the relaxed feeling of fraternity, and the feelings of maintenance all increase in intimacy. So here we see the culmination of all of the rasas. So does anyone have any comments they would like to express or questions? Or I could go on. We have a couple of minutes left. But it's very interesting, yes? And, to distinguish between the rasas. Kanta bhave niyanga diyakarena sevana ateva madura raserahaya pancha guna. On the platform of conjugal love, the devotee offers his body in the service of the Lord. Thus, on this platform, the transcendental qualities of all five rasas are present. Purport. Attachment for Krishna in Shanta Rasa, rendering service to the Lord in Dasya Rasa, rendering relaxed service in fraternity, and serving in parental love with feelings of maintenance all combine on the platform of conjugal love when the devotee wants to serve the Lord by offering him his personal body. Thus the qualities of the other rasas combine to form the nectar of conjugal love. On this platform, all the different feelings of a devotee are amalgamated. Yeah, like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but but it's characterized strongly by these two qualities of total detachment from all material desires and attachment to Krishna, even if that attachment is Paramatma. So it's very exalted as well to be on that platform. But I find it interesting that the Sakya Ras, how it keeps saying that it's relaxed. So that's very interesting, that it's relaxed, because that's when awe and veneration drop. There's no more awe and reverence, and one just can totally feel like comfortable and kind of equal with Krishna. So it's an interesting word. So we'll hear more next week about the Madhurya Rasa. So all glories to the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita 233. Where's the little bookmark that I had in here? All right, well, I'll bring a new one. Yeah, right. He's all there is. Like, not attracted to anything else. Yeah, interesting, huh? Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Enam Kanvandam Maravindadalaya Taksham Varhavatam Samasitam Buddhasundarangam Kandar Agom Vikamaniya Vishesha Shobham. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Angani Yasa Sakale Priya Priti Manti Vasyan Vipan Vikayanti Jiram Naganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala Vigrahasya Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam
Yeah, page 22. Goranga bolite hame pulaka sharir. Hari Hari bolite nayane babenir. Bolite nayane babenir. Adakabinitai chander karuna hoibe. Adakabinitai chander samsarabhasana mora kabetu chaibe. Samsarabhasana mora kabetu chaibe. Vishaya chariya game sudhave man. Vishaya chariya gabe hama herabo Sri Vrindavana. Kabe hama herabo Sri Vrindavana. Rupa Raghunatha Pade Hoibe Akuti. Rupa Hoibe Akuti. Kabe Hama Pujabo Se Yugala Viruti. Kabe Hama Pujabo Se Yugala Viruti. Rupa Raghunatha Pade Rahu Morasha. Rupa Raghunatha Rahu Morasha. Prarthana koro ye sada narottama dasa. Prarthana koro ye sada narottama dasa. Goranga bolite habe pulaka sharir. Goranga bolite habe pulaka sharir. Hari Hari bolite nayane babenir. Hari Hari bolite nayane babenir. Jaya Radha Goloka Nanda Radha Goloka Nanda Shri Radhe. Shri Radhe Jaya Radha Goloka Nanda Radha Goloka Nanda Shri Radhe Radha Goloka Nanda Radha Goloka Nanda Shri Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Shri Vrindavan Dham Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Shri Jaya Gaura Nitai Gaura Nitai Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. When will that opportune moment come to me when I shall shiver upon chanting the name of Lord Gauranga? When will I cry while chanting Hare Krishna? When will I receive the causeless mercy of Lord Nityananda so that my desires for material enjoyment become insignificant? When will my mind be purified of material anxieties and desires so that I can understand Vrindavan? When shall I be very eager to study the books left by the 6 Goswamis so that I can understand the conjugal love of Radha and Krishna? The lotus feet of the 6 Goswamis are my only shelter. In constant separation from them, I remain Narottama Das. Srila Narottama Das Thakur ki jai. 6 Goswamis ki jai. Jito darpanam arjunam Pavamahadavagni nirvapanam Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitarinam Vidya Vadu Jivanam Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam Pratipadam Purnam Risvata Vadanam Sarvatma Sanapanam Banam Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatarni Tami Amita Samarane Nakala Eta Drisita Gavipram Bhagavan Mamapi Durdaiva Mirdrishani Haganina Nuraga Trinarapi Sunichena Tarurapi Sahishnana Manina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari Nadanam Nadanam Nasandarim Kavitam Vajagadisha Kamaye Mama Janmani Janmanishvare Vavatad Bhakti Rahatuki Tvai Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram Vavitanam Vishame Bhavam Buddha Vipaya Bhakti Yugayatam Nimeshena Chakshusha Pravishayatam Sunyayatam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virahena Me Ashli Shava Paramanamastumam Adarsha Marmar Guru Tuva Yata Tata Pato Maprana Nastu Saeva Napara. Victory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years, and extinguishes the fire of conditional life, of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is a prime benediction for humanity at large, because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and enables us to fully taste nectar as you are always anxious. O my Lord, in your holy name alone, and render all benedictions of living beings. And thus you have hundreds and millions of names, like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you have invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. Oh, my Lord, I miss you, enable us to easily approach you by your holy name, but I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should chant more tolerant than a tree, void of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respects to others. In such a state of mind, one chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want this devotional service, birth after birth. O Son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor, yet somehow or other I have fallen into this ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet. O my Lord, my eyes with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy name. When will my voice choke up? When will the hairs of my body stand on end at the recitation of your name? O Govinda, feeling your separation, I am considering the moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears and he shall remain so even if the end or make me broken not because of me. He is completely free to do anything and everything.
Unconditionally.
Shastakam ki jai, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. And tomorrow, well today actually, we're having a little bit of a garden day if someone would like to join.